I love you. Welcome back, Couch Potatoes. I am the Green Traveler from Gush.
And I am the Faceless Leon. And because I am ageless, this episode is brought to you from 100 years from now. And that'll make more sense. You know, that bit would make more sense if we did it with the next movie. But
yeah, nobody realized that. Yeah, they didn't realize that we have a time machine and we just go forward whenever the fuck we want to.
That's right. We have our own TARDIS.
Yes.
We stole it from the Doctor. Which one?
Yeah, that's true.
You'll never know.
Who knows? Any one of them in the timeline.
So we're back with, this is, I should say first, Green and Faceless on the Couch.
That's true.
Podcast about movies and TV, but this is not about TV. This is about The Matrix.
It's about the frickin' Matrix, everybody. Matrix number 3. Matrix Revolutions. I have to look at the name each time because this is the dumbest named one.
All right, so this is how I have decided to remember the title. Okay, so Revolutions, right? You would think like, you know. One definition of this word is a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system, according to Google.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But it also means an instance of revolving. Yeah.
And that, I guess that does technically happen. Okay.
Yes. So,
yeah.
I don't know. We've talked about the second movie. We held back on what precisely that means. Is it time?
Yeah, I guess it's time.
Yeah.
If
you haven't watched the second movie,
you
should watch the second movie. We'll try not to spoil this one.
Yeah. Get out there, watch them all. I mean, honestly, you can stop that too. That's just me. That's just me. But, well, okay, that's not true. We'll talk the fourth one next Monday.
Yes, we will.
But of the original 3, I would say you can stop at 2. I'll save my opinions on the fourth one until then. But with number 3, it crashed and burned. It's like watching the Zeppelin blimp just, burst into flame and fall to the ground.
I think
they filmed it at...
If its ending was the ending of the second movie, like we said this last time, I think.
Yeah, they really should have just expanded on the second movie. Keep exploring those themes, get some good, awesome action scenes. The third one, though, it's filmed at the same time as the second one. So it's like they had this huge epic plan, I guess. And the plan involved their finale mostly being set in the real world.
Yes.
Absolutely awful effects.
Yes, it is.
Shit effects.
I don't know that I want to say it's awful. It's not as bad. Well, okay, they do
the mech
have
suits.
The mech suits.
Yeah, remember when the monster or the machines break into Zion and start attacking?
Oh, they're fighting with the mech suits. That's right. The Zionese.
The Zionites.
The Zionites. They're fighting
the
with
surviving
these mech
humans.
suits.
Yeah, they all run into the dumbest looking mech suits ever. They look just awful in regards to CGI.
Yeah, much improved in Avatar.
Yeah, much improved, like heavily improved in Avatar. But here with Matrix Revolutions, it looks so stupid. Like they're all. I mean, it is like the exact same kind of suit as an Avatar. The humans located in the chest area, has controls for their feet and their hands, and they can move them all about freely, which in turn moves the mech's arms and legs, So, and with, you're in a war situation, so of course you're going to put your awesome ass mechs, you're going to put giant ass guns in their hands, and they're going to sit there and they're just going to all like hold them up in the air and just and shoot, and it looks ridiculously stupid. And even dumber is the fact that this is their only way to fight the machines. And of course, guns run out of ammo. So the only way to reload the gun is to have some poor unarmed fuck run ammo out from the city, from
yelling,
the safety of the
ammo!
shelter.
Ammo!
Yeah. Like completely giving their position away. I mean, not that it matters with machines, but like, of course, the machines swarm them every now and then, just completely kill them, which in turn make the mech suit absolutely fucking useless. It's just awful planning. It's god awful planning. It looks dumb.
No, it's like what really, like, they tried to do the best that they could with what they had, and it just isn't enough. Is what it is. Like, it shows how outclassed they are from the Matrix monsters that can just float around and do whatever the fuck they want.
I mean, it's true. I mean, it's completely true. But like, imagine, I know that this is very impractical, and I know they wanted to have their awesome like action scene, but imagine if they didn't have mech suits, if they were really just bare bones out of everything.
Right.
And the machines break in, and it becomes like all stealth based. Like, all these humans are just hiding and just hoping that the one does something.
Yeah. That's interesting. But I think that because of the questions about faith in this movie, and especially with the Commander Locke character, there's no way that the Zionites wouldn't fight back.
I know, yeah.
Like it makes sense for the movie that they're not going to just sit around.
Even if it was just guerrilla fighting.
Yeah, like that would have been interesting. Yeah, but I do feel like that scene with the people hiding and then attacking, it's been done a lot. So at the very least, they did try this battle scene, but I appreciate that you did not like it. There is something. I know we just jumped right into the Battle of Zion. That's like the second half of the movie, at least.
It's like the biggest portion, honestly.
Yes, it is. It might be like it might start after the first quarter of the movie.
Yeah, it's like. There's a lot going on with Neo and with Trinity and Morpheus, but they're on a side mission kind of thing. It's super important. It's the Battle of Helm's Deep and Lord of the Rings.
Right.
But Frodo and Sam are closer to the frickin' Mount Doom than they are in the second one.
Yeah, they've already been through the marsh.
Yeah. It's this huge. I guess the Battle of Gondor would have been more accurate. It's that final battle, it's a huge battle scene, and then your heroes are off on their own mission, which is equally as important and is going to influence what happens at the big fight, at the big battle. But that big battle was just not entertainingly shot.
Even the ending, now that you said it, is very, very similar to Return of the King.
Yeah, they really this one really just kind of fell apart for me, and I think a lot of the reason is because it becomes very derivative of other stories.
Sure,
they don't explore their themes anymore. They kind of just forget. I mean, they don't forget their themes. Their themes are still very much here, but they're just no longer being explored as heavily as they were in the first two films. Like, the first two films had all these beautiful questions that it was asking, and it's just well, what about this? Oh, here's a virus into the computer system. Right. And I don't know, now this one just kind of became all right, time to just fight.
It definitely feels like, how do I put this? They're okay, let's wrap it up, and let's throw in as many action scenes as we can. That is kind of how it feels.
Right. I guess to go into Neo and Morpheus and them a little bit. So at the beginning of at the end of the second one, Neo and Bane being Agent Smith personified in the real world after he assimilated into the actual guy Bane in the Matrix. I know that's confusing as shit, but that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Bane was in the Matrix. Agent Smith became Bane, and then when Bane woke up out of the Matrix, it was Agent Smith in his body. But they're both trapped or something. I can't remember where Bane is trapped. I think he's just in a coma kind of thing. But Neo is trapped in a subway station it's a bubble. Yes. Yeah, it's like a bubble universe in the Matrix kind of thing.
Yeah, I would say it's kind of like the file system in the Matrix.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. That's kind of what it feels like.
And you know what?
It's the GUI interface. I guess interface is in GUI, isn't it? Oops.
Yeah.
It's the
I really just wish they had explored that. That would have been far more fascinating. Cool. Instead, in regards to Neo time, he's trapped in the subway for 5 minutes before Trinity and Morpheus get him out of there.
That's true. That is kind of what happens. And she makes a deal, right, with with Persephone behind her husband's back, the other program.
Yeah, the one with the M. The
Merovingian. The Merovingian. Lambert Wilson. And to remind you, Persephone is played by Monica Bellucci.
Bellucci. Yeah, I don't remember what the deal is, but yeah, she makes some kind of deal to get Neo out because the Merovingian had him, and the program that ran the subway station thing was like, he's like a homeless person in the Matrix. He looks like a homeless person riding the subways.
Yeah,
I guess homeless person's a little incorrect. More just
maybe. I was just trying.
He just looks like that greasy man that hides in the back of the subway car.
Yeah, and this guy is famous for playing that kind of character, and I was trying to find him.
He's actually just like hangs outside the Hollywood sets.
Bruce Spence. Yep. He's in
he's good.
A lot of
he's
things.
Decent in this. I mean,
I guess
there's nothing bad in regards to the acting in this. It kind of does seem like people are tired. Like all the actors are tired. And that might just be because they, filmed it back to back with the second one.
I do also think that's kind of the Train Man's character, is that he's tired.
Yeah.
He looks pretty
I just meant everybody
tired.
In this film.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. But this is the first time the Train Man shows up in the story.
Right, so he has no excuse.
And maybe the Wachowskis ran this scene so many times just so that his tired would catch up with everybody else's tired.
Maybe. Oh, poor Keanu, if that was the case. But yeah, like once they break out Neo, it kind of just like, I don't know, they go back to the Oracle for a little bit. She kind of gives them like one last bit of guidance.
To stop you there, the Oracle is a different Oracle.
All right, yeah, they have to do a couple of lines of like, "Who are you? I'm the Oracle." "No, you're not." "Yeah, I am."
Yeah, I am. It's Mary Alice plays the Oracle in this movie.
Yeah.
And the reasons, I don't know what the real world reasons are. I'm sure.
Gloria Foster, the actress or the actor who played the Oracle, passed away during filming of the second one.
Okay. That's what I assumed is what happened.
Yeah.
Well, they do some things, they make it sound like she went out in a blaze of glory and this is what her program could reprogram, is Mary Alice.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they did what they have to do, obviously. Like, it's sad that Gloria Foster passed away because she was a good Oracle.
Yeah.
And I think Mary Alice does a good job standing in. Like, there's,
definitely.
It makes sense for the character, and they did, I guess, the explanation justice enough. Yeah, the Oracle, after they visit her, they leave, Morpheus, Neo, and Trinity leave. And then in comes Agent Smith, and he's like, "Ha ha ha! I am winning!" And he just takes over the Oracle, and that's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, of course he could do that. We've seen him do that, but like, I thought she would have like tried to fight against it.
Yeah,
but whatever. She gives him the power of recognition
from her death or whatever happened to her.
Yeah, she knew that the moment was coming, and it's like, okay, whatever. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It just all ends poorly for me. Like all the storylines getting wrapped up is just kind of like meh. And after Neo and them visit the Oracle, they have like some kind of plan where they know what to do. And in the real world, they're like, we have to get to Machine City. We gotta, I assume it's Detroit. We gotta go to Detroit. Machine City.
But is that what they call it?
I think they do call it Machine City or something like that.
Right. I think it is Machine City.
I think it has like an official name, but like the humans just call it that.
Sure.
But like their plan is like, we have to get there and something's going to happen. It's not explained at all why they're going there, why they trust Neo. No. It's just he's the one, and the one, who knows? He was told something from the Oracle, and they're like, we're going to go with it because we have faith. Hooray, faith.
Yeah, and then they do the thing that they need to do there. It comes at a heavy price. Didn't mean to sweep it up from you, but I didn't want to give it away either. Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to talk about the entity that they meet at Machine City.
Okay.
Which is basically just a bunch of the machines, the little alien things with the tentacles, kind of just like formed together to make a baby face. It's very weird. It is very weird. like I understand that it has to interact somehow with Neo. That was it's like, okay, we know we need to talk to Neo. He's here. Instead of just killing him, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
But to communicate with him, they decided to become a giant baby face. I don't get it.
I didn't necessarily recognize it as a baby face, but now I can't unsee it as a baby face.
That's what it is. It's 100%. It's just a weird baby head. I'm like, why? Why do they do this? I mean, it's a decent effect, I will admit. It does look nice. It's one of the few things in this movie that I think actually looks nice.
I do want to go back a little bit. You talked pretty much about the entirety of the plot. But at the train station, there was a couple of characters that they try to make important to this movie, but are more important to the next movie. And that would be little Sati, played by Tanveer K. Atwal, and her parents, who I don't remember what their character names were. But her dad was some kind of an accounting program, but he was rooting for the one because he likes people. And so meeting Neo was kind of nice. And Sati, they were trying to find her a way out of the Matrix so she could live her own life.
Yeah, and it was very, very weird because, like, as you said, they tried to set them up. But the only thing that I took from that entire scene, from all of the train station, is that at the very end, when the family, at least, is about to leave, when they get on the train, Neo tries to get on the train with them. And he says to the father of Sati, he says, "Hold on, I'll take your bag for you." So he picks up the father's bag, and then the train man is just like, "No, you're not allowed on," and pushes him back. And he's just like, "This is my world, my rules. You're not allowed on this train." The only thing I got from the entire family is that the father lost his fucking luggage because the luggage and Neo are kicked away, and then the train just goes off. So Neo just fucked this guy out of this program, out of his possessions. And that's the only thing I remember in that entire whole shit. Like, I even forget that they're important to the fourth one. But yeah, is there much more to talk about with the Matrix Revolutions?
No, I don't think so. Not without giving away things that happen. That, it's kind of it is a reveal. Oh, I do want to talk about these two characters in the battle real quick, but I'll do it as part of my closing statement. How about that?
Okay.
These characters' names I can't remember, but they are Link's relations. You remember?
Right.
And they have several scenes during the battle, and every single one of them passed the Bechdel test.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, I would say so. At least a few of them. That when I started taking notice, I was like, oh shit, damn. But also, I mean, they did a thing that helped stave off the machines for a little bit longer. But other than that, it was not really relevant to the plot. That was like a C story that they tagged on to pad the movie so they can make a third movie. That's what it really felt like, unfortunately. But the characters did do a good job, and I was like, this is pretty good dialogue, but it's like a different movie.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Imagine if that entire final fight had just been that. Had just been people sneaking around, blowing up these machines while they're trying to find the survivors.
Yeah, that would have been more interesting. They could have done a few scenes of the ships outside the gates.
Yeah.
Maybe that could have been a little bit more interesting, and they were holding them back as long as they could. And then once they got in, people were hiding and stuff, and that I think that could have been more interesting. Like I said, it's been done before, but maybe there's a reason that it gets done so often. And that's because it builds tension and
it's visually more interesting to watch that than to watch weird ass mechs just raise their arms to the sky and jiggle a lot.
Oh fuck. Okay, so I said that was part of my closing statement. I give the movie a face. I mean, it's not a terrible movie. I definitely liked the other two better.
Yeah, I agree. I like the other two better, and I don't know. It's not a terrible movie. It's not. It has its moments. The shit with Neo in the real world. There's hints that and moments where he might be, still have the power. He might still be able to connect with the machines, and like I wish they just had explored that more. It is explored. I don't want to make it seem like they don't explore it. But it's so very
it's boringly done. And vague.
Yeah, exactly. And there's an awesome final fight between Neo and Agent Smith because obviously there has to be.
Right.
Problem is, I say it's an awesome fight. It's not really. It's all in the dark. It's in the rain. Most of it's CGI.
Everybody is Smith.
Yeah, everybody is Smith. It's so weird, but it's not a terrible ending, like you said. It's not a terrible movie.
The ending action of our heroes, I think, is pretty good for the end of a trilogy.
Yeah, for the end of a trilogy, they did what they could. I guess I'm happy they had a fourth one.
Yeah,
we'll talk that next week, of course.
I'm excited. I liked that one.
I'll hold off my opinions on it, but it was definitely better than the third one. But here I give this one 2 stars. It's still entertaining, but they have a lot of overuse of effects.
Yeah.
The themes kind of fall into the background, and it's just not as entertaining. It's far grittier than the other two in regards to how it looks also. Mainly because most of it takes place in Zion.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's just, I don't know. I as I've said before, I don't really recommend it. If you're gonna watch it for the first time, of course, for the experience of the Matrix,
you got to get the ending of that original trilogy.
If you're rewatching, you can skip by this one. You don't miss much.
Just remember the ending, and that's hard enough to do. To be perfectly honest,
right.
It's kind of muddy. It is just really muddy. And I think with that, that's our show.
That is our show. It's muddy. And I have been the Green Traveler from Gorsh.
I am the Faceless Leon. It really is muddy outside here. Like, really muddy. But I think
it's been raining nonstop.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Stop it. Weather.
Well, for that, especially living around here, safe travels and good night. Green and Faceless on the Couch is a proud production of FictionWorks 19. If you like the show, please show your support by rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts. Like, follow, subscribe, wherever you might listen. We also now have a Patreon account. If you feel so inclined to support us in a financial manner, please become a patron by visiting patreon.com/greenandfaceless. You can also find more information about us on our Facebook account or on the FictionWorks 19 Instagram account. Thank you so much for listening.